Hello everybody. I've been meaning to make this video for a while, but the weather finally has turned. I mean, we had rain non-stop. We had snow as recent as the beginning of last week, so I'm filming this on a Sunday. We had like frozen rain, and then the whole car was covered with this weird stuff. And ever since I tried to repair my three kind of pain points here with FLEXSEAL and kind of to cover it all up, and when I kind of sanded everything down and you know, just to make sure that it doesn't come back, well, obviously it came back, so it's rotting on the inside and it's coming through here. So we're gonna try to do something a little bit more radical, and that something radical will involve taking a wire metal brush, which I have right here. So something a little bit more meatier. Here, I'm gonna take this off. So basically just scrubbing, and I got my son here with me, so he'll be helping. So I'm gonna try to do a better job on this than with sandpaper, although I do believe I did a good job, but obviously it's still coming through. Not as much as before, so I guess some of it kind of got, you know, I got sealed, but obviously not to the point of where it stopped coming off. But you know, I mean, nothing I do here seems to work. You can see that rust is happening there. It's happening right in there too. So no amount of cover up or rust protector or anything of that sort will be working. So I'm going to try to do this one more time. And the bottom line is, if this doesn't work, then it's just going to have to just be the same way. I also noticed that this season, it seems to be particularly bad over there in the jams. Like, it's again, like I can't fix this. There's nothing I can do to protect this car from wanting to decompose. So like, look like right there, I think I noticed. Oh no, yeah, like right here. Like, I mean, come on, I can't devote my life. Oh wow, it's really boning and like decomposing here. So yeah, I mean, I can't do this. So I'm gonna try this one more time, and ultimately, if that, you know, when, because I'm not saying if, but I'm saying when the next round of rust starts happening, I'm just gonna keep driving it, and that's it. You know, whether it's another year or 2 or 5, whenever the next major mechanical thing happens, and whichever condition the car ends up being at that point in its life, it's just, you know, I'm gonna sell it for, you know, for peanuts, or trade it in for even less peanuts. So yeah, so like you can kind of see it's happening on here, although not to that extent. It's a little bubbling, so maybe another 6 months before it starts showing. Let's see. And then yeah, like I'm noticing, you know, stuff like in here, like it's just it's nonstop. You know, it wants to return to its original condition, which is, you know, raw material. So yeah, you can see my son peeking through. All right, well, I'm gonna have him help. There's not a whole lot he can do to make this any worse than it already is. So again, all the jams, all the stuff that specialty motor car, you know, shows us that, look, no rust. Like every body panel at this point is being consumed. You can kind of see in there, you can kind of see down there, and you can see it everywhere. So everywhere where rust shouldn't be happening. Okay, let's see, what about down here? Oh, you know, this one is actually, so this is probably the best one. You just got a little bit over there. And don't even get me started underneath the car, right? I mean, I've shown you multiple videos of that happening. Okay, so we're gonna kind of prepare ourselves, and we're gonna go at it.
И на меня показывай, и посмотри, и показывай, что мы делаем.
All right, so look at this. So in case if you guys just want to see a summer, you know, horror flick, look what my 7-year-old, he actually just turned 7 yesterday, so look what he's doing. So we got this, so we tried wiping this off with just a general purpose cleaner. Yes, Andrew, so try to just get in there, but yeah, it wouldn't come off. So basically, so we're hitting it with a rust remover, and we're having a All right, yeah, so we're trying to hit it with a rust remover and just basically just to get in there, because last time we tried to do it with sandpaper, and sandpaper didn't really do a whole lot, I guess, but with this toothbrush looking thing with some rust remover, I mean, it's doing a good job. Here, just keep going. You know, using a little child labor. And if you guys are having a horror show, you know, having your 7-year-old doing this, I mean, at this point, there's not a whole lot that we can do to damage anything. So even if he starts scraping back here, I'm just going to cover it all up, and it doesn't really matter. So, all right, so we're going to put some elbow grease in here, going to clean it up to the best of our ability, and we're going to hit it with another layer of FLEXSEAL to see if that'll maybe hold a little better. And I'm going to try to also get it on the other side and see if that, yep, just keep doing it, yep. So that's it. Yeah, he's saying it's not coming off. It is coming off. See, the orange part did come off. So yeah, so this is good. All right, we're gonna keep working. All right, so we've scrubbed it all with rust remover and that brush. It came off right away, so it is surface rust, but at the same time, when we got it down, like especially here, you can kind of see that it's going back to that weld. Remember that weld that I showed you guys? So I think it's up to here or up to here. I don't remember when these quarter panels were repaired for original rust problem. So this black stuff, which I thought originally was just some sort of decay, but no, this is actually the weld that they put the new piece of sheet metal here. So somehow this weld is rusting. So we got it off. We got all the rust off quite easily. Some of the FLEXSEAL came off, but obviously you saw my son was going kind of crazy all over the place. So some of the FLEXSEAL is still holding on. So these parts, like I hit it like really hard just to make sure it comes off, and it comes off right away, the rust. So what the hell can I do to make it go away for good? But I guess the answer is nothing. So we're gonna spray it with FLEXSEAL again, and once again, if or when, I'm thinking of when it's gonna start again, it's just gonna have to stay, and I'm not gonna keep fixing this. This is turning into, you know, way more of a project than I was hoping for. I was just hoping for like a quick and easy fix, but it's not happening. So you know what, at some point it's just going to spread, and then it's going to keep going. But remember what I told you guys, I'm last couple of videos, I'm not going for beautiful here. I'm going for functional. I'm going for something that can hopefully last. And if I had to, you know, do it all over again, yeah, I don't know if I would have spent $3,800 or $5,000, whatever I was being quoted, to replace both of these quarter panels. I don't think I would, to be honest with you. So all right, well, we're going to try this again, and we'll see what happens. All right, so got a bit of a mess here. So my son and I, we started spraying. Of course, he wanted to spray, and of course he hit it way too hard, and this middle one, and FLEXSEAL just started flying. Look at this. Look at all this. And you know, I mean, I wanted to yell at him because I kept telling him, just, you know, when you press it, be very careful, be very quick. This thing is going to come out of everywhere. And I even showed him on this one as an example, so he knew what to expect. But at the other hand, it's like, well, what do you expect? You give a 7-year-old a can of spray paint. What do you think is going to happen? And obviously, when he hit it, it just went everywhere. Look at this. If this was any other car than this, I would have been. I mean, I'm not sure if I would have started, you know, beating my kid, but I would be like, I would not be happy, because this stuff does not come off. It does not come off the tire. We already know it doesn't come off this the rims, because it's on there right now, so it's just got a fresh splatter. I wiped it off the middle, the center cap, but at the other hand, I'm like, you know what? We're having fun. He's having fun. So what if there's FLEXSEAL all over the place, including this parking spot, which I'm sure my condo association would not be too happy, because that stuff sticks. And like we have a little pile there that kind of came out of nowhere. So there's that. All right. So the bottom line is, this is the result. We've cleaned it all off again. We've covered it up. I've smoothed it smoothed. Oh yeah, I smoothed it out because it comes out a little bubbly. Like you can kind of see the little bubbles that form. So I smoothed it out. So I'm guessing for the foreseeable future, maybe another 3 to 4 weeks, it's going to be okay. But then as soon as it starts bubbling up again, I'm just going to pretend like I don't see it because I can't do this anymore. And honestly, the interest is just not there anymore. The time, yeah, you know, I'm not the same guy who could spend hours outside, you know, working on his car and, you know, having 2 kids and having a job and having a wife who doesn't appreciate this, which, you know, rightfully so, because at this point it's an old car, and it was an old car for her, and to her, I should say. It's an old car to me too, and at some point we'll do something else. But until then, I'll keep at it. I want to spray some of this stuff, no, I don't know, I think it's my allergies are kicking in. I'm gonna spray some of this, so I'm gonna let my kid go nuts inside the door jambs, just to see if something can be done, to see if I can film it. But the bottom line is, yeah, we're just gonna keep driving it. I'm not gonna spend too much time, you know, maintaining and meticulously, you know, covering every little chip and dent like I've been doing. Yeah, so we'll see if there's anything else for us to film here. All right, folks, so here's the end result. FLEXSEAL is drying nicely, as always. We got a mess everywhere, as always. We had, I couldn't film that portion, but basically we ended up killing that last, you know, whatever the remaining in the bottle of that fluid film. As you can see, I let my son just go nuts, and so I couldn't really control the kid, the can, and the camera. So he just went crazy. He went in there, both wheel wells, in here.
And it dried nicely.
And I think my kid is emulating me. He's filming his imaginary video. So that's just cuteness overload right there. Yeah, so he's free. Look at it. I love it. So once again, even if this achieved absolutely nothing, we had a blast. We got fluid film all over this parking spot. We got it all in there. Look. Oh, we also put some washer fluid, so I think we missed a little. So there's a little trail there. There's some fluid film there too. So here's the bottom line. Yeah, this project car is just you know, just slowly, you know, diminishing in its capacity. I also got this bump / scrape, or somebody did this. I don't know who or how or why, but again, any other car, I would have been like, oh my god, my car. This one is like, it can take it, right? It's a Panther car, it's a Towncar, it's a bulletproof. Well, at least so far, you know, it's been fine. You know, knock on the imaginary wood. Serves me well. I drive it daily. Just don't really spend a whole lot of time outside of just, you know, basic maintenance, you know, oil change. Probably will need a new set of tires. Like if I keep it probably past this next winter. Depends on how it goes. It will need a new set of tires, because I bought it was a pretty good set of tires, but at this point they'll be about 4 years old, and you know, they're starting to wear. Like I can see it, even though I do rotate it every other oil change. But yeah, other than that, you know, my video's been kind of stale, only because I haven't really been doing much. Just commuting back and forth to work. It starts. It takes me there, brings me back. I mean, what else can I do? I mean, I enjoy driving it. I really do. I would still rather be driving this car than this car, for example, or any other ones that are in this parking lot. You can kind of see a lot of Asian cars, a lot of Subarus, a lot of Toyotas, a little Hyundai there, Volkswagen, Acura. Like I would rather be driving this car, believe it or not. Even though there's, you know, we could go for a newer car. Right, and we have a newer car, but this one's boring. This one's good. I love it. And my kid is chasing some bug around. So in any case, yeah, we'll wrap this up. You know, when I have something else to share with you, I'll be happy to. Or when I go car shopping, or maybe I don't make another video for 3 months because there's nothing really to update you on. It's just takes me there, takes me back. Nothing really doesn't die on me yet. No major. Nothing major other than that whole you know, the whole the defrost doesn't work, but I mean, I've talked about it already multiple times, so I just you know, make without it. So all right, see everybody.